And one of the things I remember I was in year 6 and I was talking to this girl, and then all of a sudden she came up to me and she was like, I'm not allowed to play with you anymore. And I was like, why not? She goes, because in my religion it says I'm not allowed to play with you. I was like, what do you mean? It says in the Quran it says we're not allowed to play with people like you. And I was really confused. I went and asked this other boy, I was like, you know, in the Bengali Quran, is it the same as the Arabic Quran? Because I was like really baffled. And he was like, yeah, it's the same, it's just in a different language. And I was like, oh, okay, you know.
How did our parents discipline us?
Well, I was disciplined real old style.
When I was growing up, I was quite well behaved, so I didn't need to be like physically disciplined, you know, like my mum's like facial expression was enough to just keep me under manners, you know what I mean? Like I was just afraid of my mum, so I didn't really act up. But then when I kind of got to like 14, 15, I did start to while out a little bit, and then, you know, it was physical. I did get licks, which in hindsight, I think I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate that like we were disciplined that way because it kept us in line, it kept us in check.
The Nigerian iron fist, that kind of worked out. I feel like when I was younger, I resented it to some extent, like why are you gonna be so extra? But now I'm a correct person, so.
I only remember getting smacked once, and that was when I was in like primary school, but I was quite old in primary school. I was doing like either my year 3 SATs or my year 6 SATs. It was one of those tests and I was doing like my verbal reasoning and all these things to try and practice at home, and I wasn't focusing. My mum just got one of these, you know, the beach slippers, and just started slapping me up. And I don't even think it hurt me, but it stands out in my mind, one, because that's the only time it happened, and my mum, they never hit me, so it's the shock of it actually happening.
And we didn't get just beats, so we got like it's called military training, so squats, planks,
leg here and the
we got chili. Like my dad would rub your ear, like you know
Really?
when you're walking being disrespectful, my dad would just grab you by the ear and just like twist it. White people have no idea what's going on, but you're just slowly crying. You're just we got the eye, which was like
you better
there was
correct yourself.
You hold your ears and you bend, you're literally squatting for like 100 squats, and by your 99th squat, your legs are like this, they're all shaking, and you are dying at that point. That was like my worst one.
We didn't really get disciplined. I think I got hit like once or twice.
But I remember my younger brother having the one where he had to raise one leg up and then just like hold a pose for as long as possible. And that, I would take a slap any day over that. And whenever he'd be getting his punishment, I'll come down from the stairs and I'll just peek into the room and see him doing it, and I felt so sorry for him, and he would be crying.
I grew up in Hamlets, which is a place where you have predominantly South Asian, in particular Bengalis. Shout out to my Bengali brethren.
Yeah, when I was growing up, all my friends were Asian. Like you were my only friend who was black. Yeah. Because I kind of felt like I identified with them because we all were from like the same religion. But even I had Asian friends who were like Hindu, Sikh.
Yeah. The culture, the Muslim culture became more similar to that than the Caribbean culture. Yeah. So you kind of ended up identifying more with them, but then it also was more painful, and that's where most of your racism came from as well.
I became Muslim young. I became Muslim at the age of 13. And when I started to try and take studying Islam seriously, I wanted to be able to read the Quran. I wanted to be able to study. My teachers in Senegal, so the people I took Shahada with, they're the family of a Sheikh in Senegal called Sheikh Ibrahim Niass. And he had some grandchildren that lived in the UK that had a Quran school. So I joined that Quran school, and my teacher was the daughter of the Imam of Sheikh Ibrahim City, Medina Bay. Her name is Sayyidah Aisha. So I was like 15, and I started going to classes, learning Alif Ba Ta, learning how to read. And it was interesting because I think it's a different type of madrasa system from what you're used to in the UK, because usually UK madrasas is like in a masjid, Asian uncle, or whoever teaching you, whereas I had like a black African woman teaching me the Quran. She was a hafiz of the Quran. She memorized the Quran at the age of like 12 or 13. And she used to just teach all children, mixed male and female. And I used to travel every weekend from London to Luton to go and study with her. So it was cool, it was interesting.
And also growing up like a Muslim, I was saying to Aisha before, I found like I wasn't accepted from the Muslim community because if I wanted to be accepted, I had to admit I was Somali. I had to say, yep, I'm Somali. And then I found from the black community, they also didn't accept me Because I remember one of the girls would be like, oh, where are you from? And I'd be like, yeah, my dad's Jamaican. And they'd be like, what part? And I'll say what part, and they'll be like, but you can't be, how come you're Muslim? Like, you know, you can't be Muslim, Jamaicans aren't Muslim.
Bringing up black Muslim children in a society that is predominantly Asian is a difficult thing. And for me, I have to always remember that I have to bring up proud black Muslim children. So I have to make sure that they are included, whether it's the literature that I buy for them, making sure that I have black books that represent black children, or, you know, for me as a mother, heading things so that they can see the leadership qualities in a strong black Muslim woman.
My main aim as a father is to give my kids the tools that they need to thrive in this society, and the tools they need is confidence to be able to go against the grain, just chill, a little bit of rebelliousness in their nature, things like that, but at the same time being able to stand up for what's true regardless how many people agree or disagree with you.
Growing up black and Muslim, easier. I was like, our parents converted in the 70s, we were brought up Muslim together, and it is comforting knowing that you've got another Caribbean Muslim that's going through the same struggles as you, that you can also identify with that. Unfortunately, my kids don't get that as much now.
A religion for people who reflect and people who think, and it's a religion that sits well with the very nature of every human being, I believe. And I want them to, I believe it's Allah who guides, so I just want to kind of give them, like Abdul Hakim was saying, the tools and the flexibility and the freedom to really think, really question, expand their minds. And I want to raise kind-hearted people who fear God, who love God, and who want to leave an impact on this earth. Like, I think if I've done that, then alhamdulillah.